and I just wonder why I'm buried in a suit I'd never buy, a suit I'd never buy. Cufflinks on my wrist, I can't act surprised when the shovels hit dirt in the earth. Did they start to cry? Since I was 17, I've been looking for a place to make me be complete. I've been looking all alone out there for anything to make me feel alive. Bring me back to life. Cufflinks on my wrist, I can't act surprised when the shovels hit dirt in the earth. Did they start to cry? Since I was 17, I've been looking for a place to make me be complete. I've been looking all alone out there for anything to make me feel alive. Bring me back to life. They say, hey, I can't stay late playing on my video games. You got things to do. You need to wake up early and read the morning news. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried a little more just to look like them. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried a little more just to act like them. Play my video game. 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 They say, hey, I can't spend all my money on my deadbeat friends. They need things to do. They need to go out and look for jobs, and you do too. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried a little more just to look like them. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried a little more just to act like them. Play my video game. Play my video game. Play my video game. Play my video game. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried to look like them. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried to be like them. Maybe I'd fit in if I tried to look like them. Maybe I'd fit in if I
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another night here in the tavern. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're trying to figure out what happened with Kate Vine. Now, obviously, I'm still going with what I'm saying. They suspect that she drowned, which I get that. I get that might be the plan. I get that might be what exactly happened, but I don't know. What they're saying is that she got drunk. She fell in the lake. She committed suicide by accident. But my thought is this, is that it was in fact suicide. Uh-oh. Why is this showing? Okay. Anyways. So, my thought process is that she did in fact commit suicide. She did in fact commit suicide. However, I feel that what entirely happened was that she wound up getting some of Thompson's tar, drank a little bit too much of it, not realizing just how potent it was. Right. Not realizing just how potent it was. Got drunk, just shit-face plastered. Tried to scry using a black mirror. Scryed a little bit too hard, thinking that she was just seeing water and thought she was having a vision. And then that was, in reality, her just in the lake. And she's probably like, wow, this is cool. And yeah. Alright, load game 1. We're at 9 p.m., everybody. So, 9 p.m., fresh day. Fresh, it's just completely fresh. So, I am going to look around a little bit and see if there might be anything worthwhile seeing. Okay. Alright, we're going to go up to Atlas now. And we're going to go talk to Ryan. So, right, wait, go back. There was something. There's something. Jinx found something.
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
You're probably gonna go lay down and leave the stream running. Alright, Lycan, will you have a good night? Try to get some rest. We'll just be here, contradicting. Hey, knock it off, buddy. Alright, well. Alright, so this is the room they were doing the doll burning. Hi, Palpin. How we doing tonight?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Uh-huh. Well. Hey, stop. Go play. Go do something else, buddy.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before
We're doing good,
suicide?
thanks.
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
What about the theft stunt?
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh. Well, yes, that was something that Dan decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
I know, right? All right, we got a lot to ask about.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The
Case
shop
solved.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
for the course.
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Cross-dressing. What about the auto-hypnosis?
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Now, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
What about your guitar collection?
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called Something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Interesting.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager, and they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right.
I'll pass.
I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Interesting. Well, we do have a flashlight, so I do know that there is something behind the pub that requires a flashlight. So, let's go figure out what that is, huh?
Well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Interesting. A clue. A very big clue. Let's go to the restaurant now, see if there's anything there. Yep. I think the restaurant's just there for... just there.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. Ugh, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
Interesting. Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's go... let's go look this way. See if there's anything else. Random.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
Do you know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it, Hal.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Hmm. Why do I feel like that there's something up about Emma? Wait. Wait, what?
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
I really didn't think that would work, but... Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back. Let's keep inspecting. There's still nothing this way. I don't understand why this way is available. We'll see if James will know anything about the vandalism.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Know anything about these?
Nope.
Well, that was fun.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Great. Well, that was informative. Alright, well, I guess we'll go talk to Simon and Emma and let's see what they say over here.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, that was
That's
great.
it for now. Thank you.
Have you seen these before?
No, don't know the car.
Well, this is great.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, one more person to ask, I guess.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course. Very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really?
Oh!
Right, thank you.
Is that a new person we can talk to? Yeah, I bet it
You
is.
probably
Murder
right.
cultists! Alright. Cool. Does that mean...
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
New person! Woo!
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you. I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Kind of figured that part out.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up. Then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
You know, I might have a life mate for you.
Demons.
Do you know James down the lane?
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Have you seen this black scrolling mirror?
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
well. Okay, let's go back to Atlas. Right? Start
Ask about
throwing.
a few more things,
Just
please.
start throwing riddles at her. How's this?
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blind?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blind, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are
Says.
saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly
Liar!
don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas. We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
Fucking liar! Fucking liar!
So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This.
Oh boy.
We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Well, touch wood so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
It does have a background. What does it say under auto hypnosis? Not a major part of the course. Aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Techniques are being phased out. Believes auto hypnosis doesn't really work. Second one. This one? Okay. Are you saying like this one? Or what's your thought process? Which one? Saying this one? Yeah. Nope, no contradiction. Alright.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Well, we got something. We got something, so let's... I want to go talk to Daddy. I'm gonna go talk to Daddy Paul.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
What does it test, exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems, skeletons in the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Lisa.
You are well informed.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had one or two psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing the test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Interesting.
Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon?
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I missing something here?
We just talked about it.
Had elements of Satanism on the course.
You were misinformed. We're a training company. We're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector. I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna have to remember that. No interest in pole vaulting and cheese making or snake charming. Oh god. That was good. That was good.
All right. Later on, if
all right,
okay.
all right. So I think the aptitude test is going to be great with these two because these two have to know something about this.
Few more questions,
Maybe we'll catch
please.
Emma on a sixth lie.
Have you seen one of these before?
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill something similar in on the first night at Atlas. One of those aptitude tests. No, fitness and stuff like that.
Ask about general fitness.
Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlas?
devil worship, no. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
Ever heard of devil worship? Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, if anybody will know about this aptitude test, it has to be Simon.
Did you do a test before you started at Atlas?
Oh, yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know. But they didn't actually ask for any proof, so you could have lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Interesting. What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
I'm kind of getting thrown around here.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Who else can I talk to? I guess Rebecca. No! I know who to talk to. I bet you this guy's going to be all over this subject. I'd be willing to bet a hot dollar
Ask you a couple more
this
things,
guy
please.
is going to be all over this subject.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
You met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa. Lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times, but talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. She was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she was more extreme. That's all madness is. Being blind to yourself.
Well, I was hoping for a little bit more, but I can't work with that.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Damn. Nice try, though, winner. Well, maybe Rebecca has something else. I need to catch somebody on something.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Rebecca has not been lying to me at,
Do you
at
know
all.
anything about this?
It's the aptitude test, isn't it, for Atlas? What do you want to know?
Do you know why it was introduced?
I think they had some trouble with some unsuitable students. I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
As in, black magic. No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about. Why, who's been talking?
Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
She has not lied to me, like, at all. Makes me a bit suspicious. So Ryan says that they don't use any kind of persuasion, but she says that they do. Hypnosis is similar to persuasion.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Hold on. I might have something. I know I can't use one person's word against another person, though. That's the thing. So I'm moderately curious if he might have slipped the tongue somewhere.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh. Sorry, buddy.
Be back later.
I need to
on,
go
if
check
that's
something
okay.
else. There's one more thing I need to check real quick before I continue on. So let's go right. Damn, there's nothing here. Okay. Okay, so who do we think is lying? Somebody's got to be lying. Somebody is lying. Paul has not lied to me yet. Paul has not lied to me. I'm gonna look at his stuff.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
I feel there's some about that. Oh, shit.
Okay, that's it for now.
Maybe
Thank
the
you.
chief will know. I really hate using the phone, but maybe the chief will know. Oops. Resume. Phone box. That poor chief up at 9 o'clock at night. Like, what the fuck, Jinx? Go to sleep for the night.
Jenks, I presume.
Yes, Chief. Bit more news. It turns out Emma was with Liam on the night he died, and she thinks she caused him to commit suicide. She made fun of him, mocked him as part of the course.
Nice of her. Why did she do that?
Requirement of the course, apparently. To say something offensive. It's meant to encourage free thinking.
Interesting opinion. And I suppose the Rams just think that's what, par for the course or something like that, do they?
Well, Paul wasn't too bothered. He claims he didn't know Emma, so couldn't have predicted what she was going to do.
That doesn't wash. What does Emma say about him?
She does not like him. Really doesn't like him.
So she must have known him well enough. How well did he know her?
He claims not very well.
Well, make sure he's telling the truth. Oh, I've got a cup of coffee to make.
Coffee. Yeah, okay, thanks, Chief.
Bye.
See, I knew it. That motherfucker has something hidden.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Alright, so... He's got something hidden.
Aha.
Oh, snaps!
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake, but that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son.
No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
But that didn't do anything. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. Well, sure, that didn't help me out. Just throwing it out there, that did not help me out any. Are you sure? Okay. I feel like there's... Damn. It's gotta be something. Fuck. Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of that. I don't know, there has to be more about Emma.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I don't know. I'm sure the chief was probably pissed at me, huh? Let's go try one more time. See if he'll answer. Now that I got somewhere.
Make it interesting, Jenks.
Chief, I finally saw a bit of what goes on at Atlas. I walked in on a meeting. Very strange. There were several students sitting around a fire, taking it in turns to burn handmade woolen dolls.
You're hoping I'm going to say tell me more, aren't you? I'm changing my mind.
Ryan had an explanation for it, as did Simon. He claimed it was all about burning your past or something. Actually, Simon told me something interesting. He said they also use auto-hypnosis on the course.
Oh, what's that?
Self-hypnosis. Hypnotizing yourself. Apparently, that may have been what disturbed Lisa so much.
Is it dangerous?
Well, not in theory. Nobody I've spoken to seems to think so.
Well, if it disturbs Lisa so much, then it can't be all that safe, can it?
I suppose it depends on your psychological state to begin with, but I'll look into it.
Okay, keep it up, Jenks.
Always do, Chief. Always do.
You're very funny, very funny. Bye-bye.
Well, fuck.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
I don't know if he would know anything about it. It probably is the failure of being a detective. Like, and not gonna lie. Well, what have you missed? So we learned Paul, like... So we met this one gal by the name of Lisa. Lisa's a little bit cuckoo. Believes that Atlas is essentially placing demons into people through the course of through the time of their course. So we've been asking around about demons and stuff like that and seeing if anybody would believe that Satanism and stuff like that is part of the course. Then we learned that Paul, the daddy, once tried to date Emma, which is Simon's girlfriend. So, yeah. So now the chief is saying that he is not convinced that auto-hypnosis is safe.
Thank you.
So
Probably
somebody has some kind of clue. We don't know for sure if it's a murder cult yet. Although all facts are pointing to it, we're not 100% sure.
Just a few more questions, if you
just
don't mind.
yet. We're trying to figure out... So he says it's impossible to be hurt or damaged by hypnosis. Which I don't believe. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I got him on that one already. Yeah. We caught him on that one. We caught him on that one, too. Aha.
So nobody has ever
That
been
one was
affected
like...
by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with.
They said it was wooden dolls.
Like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Really? And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
You fucking lied.
That Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
Where's that at? Where's that at? He is a freaking just downright fucking liar. Fucking liar. Where's that at? Where's that at? Where is that at?
So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
o'clock. It's getting late. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
Alright. Well, that means that there's something unlocked.
It's my place, darling.
Oh, what's Ryan doing here?
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him I'm outside. You know what happens when they
Ooh.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it? Only if you deal. Problems? Hello, Inspector. See you later.
Well, hold on a second.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Well, what did I find?
Ask about a few more things, please.
So, what's this about?
The cupboard downstairs. There's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Man, I finally caught her on something.
So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me. They're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
We're on a roll, boys. We're on a roll. I mean, he's probably all the way back here in Atlas, just fucking sipping at that. Just nursing at that little scotch glass. $100 bet.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. So, you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Really?
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What do you take for it?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home.
Liar. Alright, where's that at? I know he told me. Oh, come on, really? Really? Hold on. Oh, you're right. Right there. There it is.
So,
Thank you,
you
guys.
don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas.
No.
Except your prescription painkillers.
Well, these are not
Uh-oh.
available to the students.
But they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in storeroom. Nobody would have access.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
What are the painkillers, Ryan?
Painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about
But-
them or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
But
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
But lab tests results say that she had traces of morphine in her system. Can you use morphine to hypnotize someone? Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Here's something here. Wait. Huh. Well, it's just like, I don't know if... I can't tell if morphine can help you, can put someone in a state of self-hypnosis. I know, it's kind of sad.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
I was looking something up, Pappin, I'm sorry. Sorry. Made me curious if there's like something else that maybe I might have missed. Nope. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna kind of look through his stuff once more real quick.
Please?
So I wonder if it has something to do with his arthritis. Damn it.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
It's not letting me click things.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
There we go. Okay. Alright. Has arthritis in hands. Arthritis not a problem. Takes morphine for his arthritis. Keeps some morphine in his... Isn't morphine like one of the most potent painkillers available? Like, why the fuck would you need it for something that's not a problem? I'd borrow the pipe too? Maybe. We might need it. Course involves teaching students how to act. That doesn't seem right.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's go talk to others. Maybe Paul might know more about this arthritis. That's not where I wanted to go. Shit.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
When did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
Really?
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
I thought he had medication for it.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Interesting. Interesting. So Ryan doesn't have arthritis. And he said it was in his back. I wish you could use contradictions from one person and say, this is what they said. Why the fuck you lying to me?
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Oh. Oh. What's going on? Items! How did you not hear that?
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Selective hearing, that's what that is. Aztec and dropped key ring.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Only at 10 p.m.
What do you know about this?
This is Simon's. I bought this from when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
He dropped it.
He can't keep anything.
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
I can imagine this guy just being like,
Thank you.
oh,
Probably be
this
back
guy
later."
dropped a banana peel. Have you seen this before? Well, yes, that's the banana I had for lunch earlier today. Where'd you find that?
That's from my keys. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
I just watched you.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
Wait a minute. You are a fucking liar.
Aha. So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
No, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
I think I'll check it anyway. Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security measures.
Access to the storeroom,
I
boys.
think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. But what is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah. That's just a pin or something. It's okay. I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
No. It's not important.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Alright. Back to Atlas. Boy, we got some words tonight, folks. Alright. So where would the storage room be? Not in here. This is bank pin for OSRS.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
I do have some questions.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. He was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out.
You just said it was...
That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I keep
How
it
many
in there.
storerooms do you have?
Okay. So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
Yeah, it's got a PIN number. Man, those numbers are worn out. Yo! How many of those storerooms contain corpses?
Mirror room.
Oh.
This exercise is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
Man, did you all see that fucking light bulb just turn on with Jinx? He figured something out. Something huge.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then.
Wasn't hard.
Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
Yeah, sure.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
Can we slap the guy yet? No, not yet.
Be back later on.
I'm gonna go talk with some others. So this is huge. Right, this is absolutely huge. So I'm gonna see if Simon
Ask you a couple more things.
knows a little bit about this room.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
You don't know the combination?
No.
I can't yell at him about the other storeroom. The other room was to just the kitchen. Unless something else opened up.
Aha. So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Man, now look that Simon gave, he knew he was fucking busted.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
Well, that was a quick hour.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Well, something had to have popped up. What the fuck are you doing, James? I didn't know UPS ran this late. Oh, James.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Recognize this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Where'd you put those boxes, James? Where did you put those fucking boxes?
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
You know, when I saw that lichen and I saw him open the box and it was a freaking heart-shaped item, I was a little bit concerned. Not gonna lie.
Ask about a few more things, please. What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Decoration.
I don't think
There's a big
so.
market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that.
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
You know what? Let's just arrest everybody in this town and call it a day. That sounds like a good plan. To deal with murder culture, you need explosives. No, we're not trying to blow it up. We're just trying to arrest somebody.
Thank you. Probably
We'll come back
later.
We'll come back. We'll come back. Okay. Lisa won't talk to me. Let's go behind the house and see if there's anything there. Nope.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pod?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
$11 it still sounds busy as hell in this tavern.
A few more questions, please. What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Do you know anything about this?
Sure, I should have asked Paul about the laptop. I didn't think about that.
Have you seen this before?
No.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Alright, back to Paul's.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of a sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
Well, that helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
But shit. Okay.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system. At twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Damn. Well.
Be back
Okay.
later on, if that's okay.
Excuse me. Alright, well. Something's amiss. Maybe we still have another clue we gotta find. So we're just kind of checking everything out. We need to talk to Emma. It's been a while since
Questions, if you don't mind.
since we talked to Emma.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay. Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
We did find out about the we did find the item with the flashlight. That wound up being the vandalized car photos, which led us talking to Lisa, which started the whole series of events about all the freaking shit going down at Atlas.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved. Not that it mattered much, but I did buy a new one. And Simon uses it now. When I let him.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so.
We can't visit Mirror Girl. Mirror Girl is done.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Alright, well, I guess let's look around a little bit more. We didn't kill Mirror Girl. Mirror Girl just had to go do her thing, and that's that. I think this is it. I think... Oh, wait. Here. Oh, a clue.
Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Oh, shit.
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out. Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
Now, if there's one guy in this game that I want to punch, it's Kyle. Items!
Well, well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
What's that, though? What's this item?
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
It's a car key fob. Oh! Car key fob! To the car! The only car in the game. Oh, we've alerted Paul. Alright, well. Oh yeah, I forgot this is on the other side of the country where they have to have the car or the wheel on the right-hand side. Other side of the world, I should say.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
500 pounds. At least in this universe.
A few more questions.
Oh,
if you don't
Ryan.
mind.
Oh, Ryan. First off, poppy seeds.
Know anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter. Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
That's almost $700.
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
£500 is almost $700. Like, holy shit.
Aha. So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
Did I check the hallway again? We'll check it.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay. We'll be back. We'll be back. See, this just goes to the kitchen. Alright, well, I want to talk to Mr. Paul again. These two seem to be full of info, and right now I'm starting to really...
More questions, if that's okay.
Really lean toward Ryan being the killer.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
She wasn't blonde. Like, Kate wasn't blonde. I think the smashed window was something completely different. Well, I don't know.
That's all for the moment.
Maybe. Maybe. You might be onto something. You might be onto something. Let's go. Oh, Emma. Emma would know. Emma was the one who was having the issues, like, because there was some kind of financial issue between the two.
Thank you.
Oh, she wouldn't know about the money. Damn. Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Maybe Rebecca knows. Emma wouldn't know about the money. Man, Kate was walking away rich. Man, she had it all.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay, so it's either going to be Ryan or Paul who's going to have our big lie. I don't know. Ryan's been pretty on top of it, so we're gonna. We've been pretty on top of Ryan.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Aw, damn it.
Thank you.
It glitched.
Probably be back later. Ask about a few more things, please.
Okay. Right? This has to be the last hour, so we are gonna find our culprit on this hour. I'm really curious about the poppy pods. Like, why did this show up? Why, like, hold on, is morphine and opium? Morphine is an opioid that is naturally found within the opium poppy plant. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
James has to have something first. We're gonna go talk to James. James drank the tea.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right.
Thank you.
Oh shit, you're right. How did that one slip by me? Fuck. That's because I didn't know what the fuck morphine was. That's because I didn't know what morphine was.
Aha. You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
I am a bad detective.
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me. And the other person's the...
victim.
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear. Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate? Be back later on, if that's okay. Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I mean, they did say, Simon did say that I think they were trying to push for Kate to be prime candidate with all of this. So, let's go talk to Ryan again, shall we? I'm sure you guys are enjoying this scene.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Prime candidate.
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
I feel like this is a lie. Oh, come on. That's not a test. That's what I'm looking at right now. Nope. Nope. I feel like this is a lie because...
That's it for the time
Paul
being.
might know
Thank you.
something. Maybe Paul might know something. What about the check? Well, fucking A. Well, fucking A.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
You're right. Nope. But wait. I gotta find that first. It's in the other one. I gotta figure out where it is first. Hold on. There it is. There it is.
Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference! If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We had nothing to do with it.
Uh-oh.
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
It's fucking midnight now. We're on our last hour, guys. What are we to do? I'm looking to see if there's anything, like any... See if there's any, things that pop up. Well, I'm not seeing nothing. That's the problem. Kind of bright for it to be midnight, just saying. Still open after midnight. There's nothing. Uh-oh. He's not in there no more. Okay. No. Nope. Well, I guess we're done with Ryan, guys. Okay, nothing there. Yo, there's like nothing. There's like no new clues or anything. There's like no new clues anywhere.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
You don't use threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen. Just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate?
No. No, she never talked about Atlas.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Is that... Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest.
Flaky?
It's just not really prime candidate material.
Flaky?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Did I check the back of the bar? Okay. Cool. Let's see if Rebecca would know something. Again, Rebecca's been...
Please. Thank you.
Rebecca, for the most part, has been a good girl.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
Do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas, is the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But?
Mostly they aren't up to it.
What happens then?
They get sacked.
Still, the whole poppy seed thing. Wait a minute. Define sacked, fired. Basically, is that you get fired. Well, you're right. Okay, never mind. We're done with that then. I think. I don't know. She's not lied to me at all. Well, she has lied to me, but...
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
can't see Ryan. Let's go this way. We didn't go this way, did we? We did. Okay. Alright, well, we're down to 4 people. Well, I don't know. Let's see if James knows something about the prime candidate thing. I really doubt he will. I don't
Ask you a couple
think
more
so.
things, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I think James is not a suspect. Like, I think he... I don't think he would have been the one to get the morphine out there. Yes, he probably, like, makes opiate tea. But I don't think he's our prime suspect. I don't think he's our prime suspect. We can call the Chief at midnight. See what he says.
Hello, Jenks. Yes, I'm still up. Thanks for asking.
Chief Ryan admitted that he asked Simon to test Kate to see if she was good enough to be prime candidate, but he's throwing it all back on Simon. Says it was up to Simon about how he went about testing her.
Very convenient. What does Paul say?
He pretty much backs Ryan up. He claims they don't do any threshold testing.
Well, that's a load of horse droppings. He knows you're onto him, Jenks, which means you're getting somewhere at last. It's only taken you till midnight, but well done nonetheless. Listen, call me back. I'm watching an old movie, but Christopher Lee's only just turned up, so I'll be here for another hour or so, yeah?
Okay, Chief. I'll call again.
Yeah, bye.
So, the Chief thinks that Paul... So, Paul...
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Alright. So, threshold testing. What's the mirror room? Ah, that's it.
You say you don't endorse threshold testing? That's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul. Because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested. But I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
But if you really want to know, 50 grand.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition. No ethics. Push. Greed is good. All right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow. Except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
You're gonna have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
At midnight, what have you got to do?
I'll see myself out.
Lovely man, your father.
Shut the gate on your way out.
doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him. He's a policeman. We can't just... You saw this, right? You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
That doesn't sound good. Two totally morally bankrupt men are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup, and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe lock myself in. Damn. I suppose it was too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
Shit. Well, we're gonna die.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard. Not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on. Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
Knife.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife. The knife, Kyle!
Kyle.
Drop it! Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that
Simon killed her? Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
any more likely than you, Ryan? Pig! I know. Police brutality.
Jinx has earned a shit ton of respect points. Jinx earned a shit ton of respect points right there.
Ask about a few more things, please. What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
Who said that?
Just
I didn't think I was in the running.
It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please. See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something. See this pattern? Now look at that. It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person who's tape like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
But it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else, then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out, she goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas works.
But Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't kill her! Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
Oh shit, this is getting deep. Did he flee? Did that motherfucker run?
Why did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Where'd you go, Simon? Oh boy, this is not looking good for Simon. This is not looking good for Simon. Oops. Okay, so what if we went to Atlas? No.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Also, we're doing good, Kitsune. How are you doing tonight?
Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
But I do remember one small thing.
Aha.
I do remember that part!
You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Rebecca did it!
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money. Our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, that someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
But she slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who? Emma. It was Emma.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
So,
wow.
It appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted? And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Wow. I still want to say that there is a murder cult. I still want to say that there's a murder cult. But oh my god, though. See, I knew Rebecca. Rebecca was just way too quiet, way too honest for her own good. I didn't really expect her. I didn't suspect her at all Like, it was fully on Ryan. But I was really thinking it was Ryan. Man. Wow. We hope you enjoyed playing Contradiction. This was an experimental, independent game made on a tiny budget. If you liked it, please leave a review of the game and you make yourself heard. Your support is vital if we are to raise funding for a sequel. God, I would love a sequel. Not gonna lie. %96% though. I missed something. I wonder what I missed. Man.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh, shit. Well, guys, that's the end of that. What y'all think? I broke it pretty hard. Oops. Uh-oh. All right. Close that.